What's up, fellas? So, today we're here to talk about misconceptions of the high value man. All right, guys, there's a lot of misconceptions about the high value man. I want to get into this. This was a good video from a loyal patron supporter. I think he sent it to me about 6 months ago, but I'm getting around to it now. All right, I hope he ain't unsubscribed. He probably has, who knows. All right, number one, guys, that you have a lot of women. This is probably by far the biggest misconception of high value men. High value men, I'm gonna tell y'all guys the number one thing that I've learned about myself since becoming high value is that my dick discipline is tenfold better. See, guys, that is the cornerstone of success for a man. Cornerstone. A man who lacks dick discipline will not be successful. Period. Or, at the very least, come nowhere near your full potential. So, yes, if you lack dick discipline, you can do some great things, right? You might be very talented, and you have a lot of blessings, and so you do things. But I'm gonna tell you right here, if you don't have dick discipline, you only scratching the surface of where you could be. Let's take my man Zion Williams. I think this is a great time to bring up Zion. As you guys know, Zion Williams can't play fucking 30 games in a season to save his life. But yet he got all these women. He's going out here getting pregnant, here doing this, doing that. I don't want to blame women for what Zion got going on because Zion is a grown ass man. Listen, guys, over here, we hold each other accountable. I don't want to talk about what the women this. Ain't no woman got no gun in his head on some, you gonna come see me today. No, Zion is a grown ass man and he chooses to fool with scallywags. If you're going to sleep with goddamn dirt bags, expect to get fleas. This is why I tell you guys, I like to deal with professional women. Do y'all guys think that if Zion Williams was dating a school principal or a college professor, they'll be carrying on like that? Absolutely fucking not. But when you fuck with porn stars who are trying to chase clout, that is what you get. And that is precisely why, for all you guys who want to see receipts, is why you would never see receipts from me. Because I know the second it goes bad, they have a potential to act scorned and bitter. Okay, guys? Now, you pretty much probably won't get that all that's going on with him as far as girl tweeting and all this other goddamn shit, but you probably will get it in some other kind of faction. Okay, guys? So, like I tell you guys, deal with high quality women. Don't just sleep with trashy women that might look good. And quite frankly, the women that I'm seeing Zion sleeping with, I have no idea why a man who makes that type of money want to sleep with those. I can't even grasp that logic. Well, I can grasp it. You know what? I take that back. I can grasp it. You're looking at a guy like Zion, who probably was never the first choice in college and high school, right? He never got all this attention from women, right? And now that he's been showered with all this attention from women because he got this bag, he don't know how to act. Okay, guys? So that's more than likely, that's what it is. But getting back to what I was talking about, dick discipline is a cornerstone. Most high-value men will not deal with a lot of women. Guys, let me tell y'all guys something right here, right now. I don't care who you are, unless you're a top echelon celebrity, male celebrity or something. To sleep with a lot of women, it requires a lot of effort on your part. Yes, if you're an A-list celebrity, yes, you probably gonna get DMs and stuff like that. But other than that, for the other 99% of the men walking the fucking face of the earth, or the 99.9% of men walking the earth, and guys, money has nothing to do with this. This is status. Money won't have women throwing themselves at you like status, like being the top rapper or the top R&B or the top actor in Hollywood, even if you make more money than them. Ain't no goddamn fine bad bitches DMing Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg. You think Mark Zuckerberg checking his DMs every day, he got loads of goddamn DMs from chicks and shit like that? No. Because although he's rich, I ain't saying he don't get none, but I'm saying he ain't gonna get nothing like what fucking, I don't wanna say they name. Y'all know, put in the comments who name I wanna say. I ain't gonna say, y'all know who, y'all already know. I gotta find two other guys to think of, right? But they ain't gonna get that because they don't have that type of status. They're famous, but there's levels to this. There's levels. Baz Bunny and fucking Mark Zuckerberg, although everybody knows who Mark Zuckerberg is, he still don't got that type of cachet, if it makes sense, to women. Yeah, I'm quite sure Mark Zuckerberg, and as far as business, can go anywhere and, you know, network with anybody and shit like this. But ain't no goddamn 22, 21-year-old super high Instagram model all up in Mark Zuckerberg DMs, of Jeff Bezos DMs. So the point, what I'm trying to tell you guys is, unless you are that type of guy, have that type of status, it requires a lot of effort on your part. Tell me what a high value is coming in at. To become high value, guys, you cannot chase tail. It is too time consuming. If you're a guy that's trying to be successful and remain successful, you're going to have to bring the bitches down. Point blank, period. Because I'm going to explain something to y'all guys. If you fooling with all these women, and I know all the alpha males watch me. You know, I always find that, you know, I have a guy in the comment who will come in the comment, well, I don't know about you, AMS, but I don't take bitches on date. I fuck them on the first date. But yet you watching a dating coach. That's like fucking Jeff Bezos watching Graham Stephan or Meet Kevin for financial advice. It's the most ridiculous shit. Do you think Magic Don Juan is watching my goddamn channel? You guys better cut that fucking bullshit out, man. Stop that fucking line. Do y'all think Warren Buffett is watching Meet Kevin or Graham Stephan or Andre Drake? Get the fuck out of here. Next time I see one of you motherfuckers, I'm gonna get your ass up out of there. I'm gonna kick you dead in your goddamn ass. Yeah, you got all these bitches, no dates, no nothing. Get your dick sucked in 5 minutes and you're watching me. Who the hell you think you kidding? Now, I'm not saying every guy over here is a fucking incel. I'm not saying that. But for a motherfucker to come over here and act like he knocking bitches down left and right and he ain't never took a bitch on a date and he just banging 100 bitches a day and they all throwing panties at his ass, but yet you watching a damn dating coach. It's the most... Do y'all guys think Ronnie Coleman is watching goddamn Chris Jones fitness videos to learn how to grow some arms? It's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my fucking life. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger sitting around watching a fitness YouTuber on how to build a big chest. Fucking ridiculous. But getting back to my point, it's going to be very time consuming. So even if you are in the accumulation stage or the maintaining stage, there's no way you can keep your high value status or get to high value. There's no way, guys. It's going to take some sacrifices. First of all, let me explain something else too. Now you open yourself up to too many liabilities. Do y'all guys get that? The first thing go through my head now is I don't want to get a great charge or nothing like that, or dealing with the wrong chick. See, when you start dealing with all these chicks and shit, now you open yourself up to possibilities, not because you got something to lose. Listen, guys, all these false accusation charges that come on these male celebrities and stuff, knows how it very rarely go to criminal court. Yeah, I don't want them to go to jail. Civil court. What'd that tell you? What'd that tell you? Why that Cleveland Browns quarterback ain't in goddamn jail? The corn. Why his ass ain't in jail? Because they don't want him in jail. They just want some money. So now, once you get to a situation where you got something to lose, I ain't saying sitting hide under your bed, scared to talk to women, but you realize that you're opening yourself up for liabilities now. They come a serious liability. Do you think a dude who bust his ass to get where he at gonna be sitting around banging 200 women a year? You guys, I can guarantee you right now, if you're an A-list actor or singer or R&B artist, whatever, I bet most of them make these girls sign non-disclosures or contracts or some shit like that. It's just you can't take that chance now. So guys, like I tell you, that's probably the biggest misconception. Most high value men don't bang nowhere near the women you think they do. I'm not saying they don't bang none. I ain't saying they don't incels. I'm just saying for them to be where they at, they didn't get there chasing tail. And if you see them, what can happen is, in the case of Zion, is a man can get some money and then lose his dick discipline. And you see this with some rich people to where they'll have financial discipline getting to where they was getting to because they invest. So let's take somebody like MC Hammer, right? Y'all guys know for MC Hammer to got to that point where he was at, because he was an independent artist, that means that he was spending money investing in himself to get to where he was at. Then he got to the top and lost all financial discipline. So he had discipline at the beginning because he was an independent guy putting out music. So he was paying for his beats. He was paying for his studio time. He was paying for everything himself. Then he got bread and lost all discipline and fucked up his bed. You see that with a lot of celebrities. Most rappers and stuff like that, guys, they usually get on from investing in themselves, which means that they had the sacrifice in them. And then they got the bag, and then they lost all discipline as far as financially. So guys, you got to maintain your financial discipline and you got to maintain your dick discipline, or you will fall. And I'm talking to my guys that are already high value. You will fall. I promise you, you will. Next, guys, that we value quantity over quality, as in women. And like I said, and I can tell you that's to be absolute. The first thing that I noticed about me when I became high value, and when I say high value, I'm just talking about in a superficial term, as in net worth, right? The first thing I noticed about me is I did not want to fuck average. When my thing was, if a bitch was a 7 or above, we was good to go. I'm not, guys. I'm gonna be frank with you guys. I flake on so many bitches now. I'll get girls hit me up on one of these day naps, and I'll be like, she probably 7.5. Just an average chick. I'll be like, you know what? That's an easy fuck on a Tuesday. Tuesday, I come in and flake on the bitch. Flake on the bitch. Why? Because it sounded good at the time. Then Tuesday get here and I'm like, I don't want to go talk to this bitch for 30 minutes, an hour, when I don't even like her like that. Back in the day, just to put another notch in my belt, I would have done it. Now, I'm like, you know what? That's not even worth my time. So the first thing y'all guys understand about high value men is the women that we probably would have fucked back in the day, we no longer want to fuck them. We only want the top echelon type women. And I'm gonna go say 8.5 or better. I would not, at the point where I'm at right now, you would not see me with a 7.5, probably even an 8. At least an 8.5. Now I know we get into trash territory, right? Y'all guys know how I feel about 9s and 10s. So I know we get into trash territory, but understand that I'm red pill and I'm not looking for love. So they good to go to me. I know what they are, and I know they trash, and I know they're annoying, and I know they have no redeeming facts about them whatsoever, no compassion, no empathy, but I really don't give a shit. If you're a purple pill guy, I advise you to stay away from the fucking 9s and 10s. Probably, if you're a purple pill guy and you want a good, wholesome woman that actually has a fucking heart, probably stick to an 8. 8, 8.5. Once you get to that 9 and a 10, you gonna get to I'm the prize, bitches. Shit, hell, you got 7s think that now, so I guess that ain't nothing new today. You don't even gotta be no 9 or 10. You be a 6 now thinking you're the prize. But quality over quantity. I do not want to bang 50, 60 women a year. And also, guys, when I'm talking about the quality, I'm not just talking about the looks. I'm talking about the connection, the personality, everything. Like for me to go and fuck a 9.5 that's just sitting there fucking knowing the fuck out of me. Back in the day, I'm gonna tell y'all what I would have done back in the day. If I showed up on a date and I say the girl a 9, 9.5, right? And she just fucking, I could just tell she just gonna be one of them annoying bitches. I would have just held my stomach, hold my vomit down, bottled up my emotions, just to hang out with her a couple times, sell her dream and fuck her. I won't even do that now. If I show up on a date and a bitch is just like stupid, like lost her fucking mind, Looney Tunes, baby, I don't even want to fuck you. You know what? I'm good. I don't want no pussy that, but yeah, you look good, but you stupid. And when I say stupid, I don't mean as in IQ. I mean as entitlement. You stupid. And I don't want to have nothing to do with you at all. Next, guys, high value men live a life of partying and leisure. Guys, I'm gonna tell y'all guys something about me, so I'm gonna equate this, and I'm gonna think this translate to other most high value guys and stuff like this. The first thing that happened, well, one of the first things was that you to become high value. One of the first things that happened is you're more structured. All right, and so like my whole day, my whole week, my whole month is planned. There's no more days where, okay, this is a better way of me explain. Let me explain like this. Y'all guys heard me say on the last one that I flake on girls. One of the reasons I can flake like that is because it was at a point to where if I had that evening open, that was what I had planned for the evening, and there was no alternative. God, I've constructed my life to be totally independent of female companionship. You have to construct a life. So it's back in the day, we're going to go back 4 years ago, right? And I had a date with a girl set up Friday. And if she flaked on me, that whole evening was fucked, because that was the game plan, her. But now I've constructed my life to where I don't need that. So this is why I flake so much now, is because I've constructed my life to a point to where I am just content with just doing my hobbies and things that I love to do. And I'm talking about I can just chill at home, guys. I honestly, I can just chill at home. I got like 5 shows right now that I'm into. 5 that I'm into. Plus I got my sports. So the point being is, the first rule to get rid of female dependency is you have to construct a lifestyle that you can be totally happy if you were able to just sit at home and not be totally dependent on a date or a homeboy or partying or nothing like that. You should be able to sit your ass down on a Tuesday evening and you should be fine by yourself, going nowhere. If you want to learn the secret to happiness, once you figure out how to do that, now hey, if somebody called or if I got a hot date or if a friend or associate hit me up and want to do something, fine. I'm not sitting in the house in an igloo in my blanket, sad, trembling and shit. No, I'll be open to it. But if you're dependent on that, you're never going to become high value. You have to learn how to be happy alone. So you have to get more structured in your life. Next, guys, high value men have large social circles. High value men have a lot of friends. Couldn't be the farthest thing from the truth. Most high value men only have associates. Now, most people today, the friend word gets thrown around way too much, just like alpha and stuff like this. Those words get used way too much. People don't even know what a fucking friend is. A friend is somebody that you should be able to trust with your darkest secret. A friend is somebody you should be able to trust with your home security code passcode. That's a friend. If you can't do that with them, they are not a friend. A friend is somebody that you can trust with your last. Most high value men have no friends, or at the very least, one or two. They have a lot of associates, as in a lot of people that they network with and talk with, but very few friends. Another reason why they have very few friends is because you can start to have jealousy and stuff like that. Jealousy is very rampant once you become high value, guys. Even if they're high value. Case in point, I was watching the Stone Cold documentary on A&E, biography on A&E, and he was isolated because he says a lot of jealousy. Of course, there's going to be a lot of jealousy. They want your spot. So if you doing, let me tell y'all guys how this works, right? When you deal with other high value people, right? Even if they're doing well, just the male competitive nature, they don't want to see you do as good or better than them. That's just the male competitive nature. And it is what it is, guys. I don't care what they say out their mouth. That's the human male nature. That's the way it works. That's the way we're hardwired. This go all the way back thousands of goddamn years. It's always that competitive edge that's inside you. So if you think that P. Diddy and Jay-Z, just because they friends, that P. Diddy ain't trying to beat his net worth, or Jay-Z, do y'all guys think, honestly, y'all guys know P. Diddy and Jay-Z are cool? Do any of y'all guys think that if Jay-Z woke up tomorrow and P. Diddy net worth jumped to 500 million more than his, you think he genuinely will be happy? Honestly, you think he'd be like, man, that's great. He might say that to P. Diddy. He might say that. But he ain't going to be thinking that in his head. I don't care what he say out his mouth. I'm telling you what's going to be in his heart. He's not. Not that he want anything bad to happen to P. Diddy or nothing like this right here, but he want to stay the head honcho. He want to stay that top urban hip-hop net worth guy. He don't want to give that title up. I don't care what he says. So when you in this friend or circle and stuff, friends and stuff, there's still this inner competition going on. Next, guys, people overvalue your worth. And this goes more to family and friends that are not doing as well as you. So, guys, for any of you guys who are doing well for yourself, one of the reasons the animosity come from friends and family when they ask you to do something and stuff like that, it comes from they have oversaturated, overvalued what they actually think you have. Because you'll probably have a nice house or a nice apartment or a nice car. You dress nice, and motherfuckers will think you worth $30 million. In actuality, you worth $400,000. Still good, but people always just gonna add a fucking zero to it. So when somebody call you and say, hey, I got this new business plan, such and such, man, and you know, if you can loan me that 15 grand, and you're like, who the fuck asked somebody for 15 grand? That's because they are overvaluing your net worth, as in what they think you worth. People see a nice car and instantly think you goddamn the Beverly Hillbillies just because you got a goddamn Ferrari. That's where the animosity comes from. Always overvaluing people's net worth. Pocket watching. So they sit around and watch how you spend money. Not understanding that usually what happens once you start making money, you do a lifestyle creep. You know, people don't understand that for the most part, you're going to live, unless you make an exorbitant amount of money, right? Then you're going to pretty much live up to what you make. People think that, so people got this misconception that there are rich people who live this poor lifestyle, and people are always talking about how Mark Zuckerberg never dresses up. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos are not fashion guys. But what we gonna do about them 3 yachts they got? What we gonna do about that? What we gonna do about them 4 mansions they own? See, that's what y'all guys don't understand when y'all think that certain rich people live way below their means just because they don't wear a Gucci sweatshirt. Yes, okay, I give you. Jeff Bezos is not finna wear a Gucci belt. Yeah, he's not. But what we gonna do about them goddamn 20 goddamn expensive watches that he got? What we gonna do about that? The point what I'm trying to say is, guys, if some people are more flashy in other ways, some people might do it with a wardrobe, some people might do it with a car, some people might do it with private planes, some people might do it with mansions. But you can get your mind out of this mindset that rich people, Warren Buffett always run his ass whenever he want to talk about, he's trying to show how frugal he is and he's worth $100 billion and he's still living in that same house for 30 years. Okay, that's nice, Warren, but when you gonna go take us to the mother houses you own? Yeah, that's the only time he go to that motherfucker when it's time to do an interview. When you gonna go show us the other ones you own? So people overvalue your money. And I'm gonna tell y'all guys something else too. Most high value men are not liquidity rich. That means they're asset rich, right? And so you'll have a high value man, he'll be worth, let's say $50 million. But he probably won't have $50,000 he could put his hands on cash. And I'm telling y'all guys the truth on that. Now, I keep a lot of money in savings. That's because I'm a red pill guy on YouTube calling women bitches and hoes every week, every video. So I'm not stupid. I kid you guys not. To this day, and I've been on YouTube now 6 years, to this day, when I wake up, the first thing I do when I wake up is check to see if my channel's still there. Check every day I wake up and my channel's still there. There is a blessing. Every day, whether demonetized or taken down. So I'll be a fool to not be liquidity rich, as in liquid cash, because I know the kind of content that I make. But if I made PC wholesome relationship advice videos, I probably want to keep $20,000 in my savings account as an emergency fund. That's probably what I would keep. Only $20,000. I would have no more than that. It would be no purpose. What's the purpose? I wouldn't just have no need for it. So a lot of the high value men, you guys, they're asset rich, is in the market, is in things that are appreciating. Very few of them have actual cash. This is why when y'all guys see some of these rich guys go through divorces, what do they have to do? They have to sell some shares in their company. Most rich men, most of their value come from their business. Your business is an asset. You have a business that's worth $50 million and you got $75,000 in your checking account, savings account. So if your wife get half, you got to sell some shares or, something like that to get the money to pay her. If you don't got no prenup. Hell, these days, even if you got a prenup. Ask Dr. Dre. Next, guys, that you work hard. Most high value men don't work hard, they work smart. The high value men, guys, have mastered the art of leveraging their knowledge, not their muscles or their body. You leverage your knowledge. I make one video a week, and I bet you I pretty much make as much money as the other guys in the manosphere who make content every day. Because I leverage my knowledge. What I mean by that, I got a lot of patrons and a lot of YouTube membership guys. They making content all day, every day, 5 videos a day. You leverage your knowledge. If you're an electrician and you're not going to go make money if you'll make money, but if you want to optimize your skill set, you either should hire people to work for you or you should teach it and sell the knowledge. But you're not going to make a lot of money if you're working it yourself. This is why Robert Kiyosaki, when he had his quadrant, he had the employee, he had the self-employer, he had the business owner, and he had the investor on this side. On this side is how you get wealthy. On this side is you just work. You're selling time for money. You don't want to sell time for money. You want to you want to use other people's money, or you want to use other people's body. You want to leverage what you know. Most high value men have learned how to leverage what they know. That's how you do it, guys. So most high value men don't work that hard. Now, if they do work hard, it's because they're in a growth phase or accumulation phase. Okay? So in other words, let's take me, for instance, when I was in the accumulation phase, when I was in the grind phase. Yeah, I worked a lot harder in 2017 and 2018 than I do now. Okay, guys? Because now I allow my money to work for me. But yeah, that's another misconception, that high value men work hard. You guys got to learn how to leverage your mindset. All right, guys. So I hope I cleared up some misconceptions about the high value man. The number one thing, guys, is that when you become high value, you develop discipline. All right, guys. I'll get back with you guys next time.